By 11 o'clock, somebody called me and said, "What are you doing? You totally effed this up. And, I don't know that you're fit for purpose." And I was like, "Are you insane?" If you want to make a lot of money, or at least be paid what you deserve, it's going to take some audacity. Where we sit now, in our culture, in our economy, in the political landscape of where we live, we are desperate for more women in positions of power.
And I think that everybody that is listening to this right now is going to feel a piece of your life, because where you are today, and I have to read this because I couldn't memorize it all, entrepreneur, author, philanthropist. You've built billion-dollar brands that we all know and use. You've been named Forbes one of America's richest self-made women, but nothing was handed to you.
And that's just the truth. You cannot become a leader if you're a people pleaser. So I am not in any way, shape or form saying, I don't get fear. It's like I'm fearful all the time. I do it anyway. I look for the fear and I feel it out. I'm like, oh, am I scared? Then that's probably something I should do.
Welcome back to the Tamsen Show. All right, so we brought the Tamsen Show to LA. We are in Santa Monica right now. And the reason we brought it here, we just came up on our 1-year anniversary of this podcast, which blows my mind. And we've had so many incredible guests come on the show in our studios in Soho. So we decided there's so many amazing people in Los Angeles that we needed to talk to them. And I love interviewing people and talking to them in person. And I wanted you to meet a lot of them because every time I read a book or hear about somebody, I think I want them on the show. Today's guest, I don't say this very often, and I love the people who have been on this show. Today's guest flipped my mind over when I read her book. So I'm going to read her bio first to you because it's so long, and I feel like a lot of you are going to know who it is, and then we're going to meet her. So today's guest is Emma Grede. She is the ultimate modern mogul. She's co-founded some of the biggest brands out there, ones that we know and love and use. Good American. She's also the founding partner of Skims, which I talk about on this show a lot, love. And Forbes named her one of America's richest self-made women. And that part is really important, the self-made, because we're going to talk about that. And by the way, 4 years in running. She is a mother of 4. She's unbelievable when it comes to style. She has a podcast, Aspire with Emma Grede, and she also just wrote a book, Start With Yourself. And the reason that the book is so important to me is because I sat there, I prep for these interviews. I want to make sure I know everything about the guest. I want to make sure I, go through the book and make sure I know the points. I read this book cover to cover, and I highlighted so much stuff in it, and I tried to ask her everything I could think of that's going to be helpful to you. So whether or not you are, in a career that you're kind of tired of, or whether or not you're thinking you wanted to start some new product or line, or there's something new you want to try or something new you want to pursue. Not only are we going to talk about the business part of it, but we're talking about the mindset shift that this book changed how I was thinking. I read the book, and the next day I feel like I got my ass in gear and I started implementing a lot of this. And that doesn't happen to me very often. I read a lot of books, I read a lot of self-help, and this was a game changer. So I sat down and I read her book, start to finish, one sitting, which is, I have very limited concentration. So usually I pick a book up, put it down. I'm telling you, no matter where you are right now, you're going to pull something out of this conversation. I just finished, which is why I'm talking really fast because I'm so excited about what she was saying to me. I can't wait to go back and re-listen to it because she made me think about my morning routine. She made me think about how I perceive being a people pleaser, which we know I am. How I think about, whether or not someone's thinking about me. We go through our days all day long comparing ourselves to other people, looking at what other people are doing. She has totally flipped how I think about things. So I'm so excited for you to hear this conversation with Emma Grede. And one more thing. I read every single one of the reviews you leave, whether it's on Apple or on Spotify or wherever you're listening. My team pulls them, I read them, and they actually inform who we ask to be on the show. So every conversation we have, a lot of those are a result of those reviews. If you just take a second and leave a review, I would so appreciate it. Now let's jump into this conversation with Emma. Emma, it's so good to see you.
I'm so happy to be here.
I've got to tell you something, and I told you this when you came in here, but I got your book. My husband, Ira, left for the night, and I was like, I'm going to have a girls' night. I'm going to eat Thai food in bed, which I did, totally right out of the carton. I had your book there, and I sat there for 5 hours and read your book. And I don't do it like that ever. Usually I'm like, I'll pick it up, put it down, pick it up. But you're incredible.
I mean, that's it. That says a lot coming from you. Thank you is the first thing to say.